Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Nonna Pina's Sicilian Cucina. However, today I'm making shepherd's pie. Nonna Pina will not make shepherd's pie because it is not an Italian dish. No disrespect to, I believe it's the Irish who originally came up with the shepherd's pie, or some country in the United Kingdom. Anyhow, tune in. This is shepherd's pie. All right, the first thing we're going to do, I've already peeled the potatoes. You could use different types of potatoes. I've got a couple of varieties there. And then we're going to cube them and boil them because we're going to make mashed potatoes with that, okay? So I'm using this sucker here, beautiful knife. So that's step number one. We're going to peel, cut into cube, and boil potatoes, and then we're going to mash them. That's step one. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to peel and finely chop garlic. We got a couple of garlics here, an onion, and then once we have done that, we're going to put in a frying pan and we're going to add our ground beef and pork combination. This is 75% beef, 25% pork. We're going to add it to that and let that saute and brown the meat, and then we'll get to that step and we'll take it from there. In the meantime, I've added some salt to the potatoes that are diced and boiling. All right, so we've diced the onions, and what I've done here is I put extra virgin olive oil in my pan. Okay, I'm just going to add now the onions into the pan. All right, as you can see there, sorry about the mess. So yeah, you just want to fry these up. All right, I'm going to lower the heat now, put it on medium. Fry these up, and what we're going to do once we fry them up is we're going to grab this ground beef over here, kind of just dump it in, and let's brown it. Okay, and then I'm going to put some of my salt here. Nice portion of salt. All right, and I'm going to add some black pepper, and I'll be back. So I'm going to add some salt, black pepper, and maybe some garlic powder and onion powder and chili flakes if that's what you want, but you don't have to. Okay, I'll be back. All right, so as you can see here, this is almost brown. So what I'm going to do now is a couple of different things. I've got these beautiful peas and carrots that I'm going to introduce into the dish, as you can see here. I'm going to stir that in. Okay, see, it needs a little bit more. All right, so now I'm going to stir that in. Let this cook down here a bit. Oops. Let it cook down here a bit. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to add some homemade tomato sauce, which you can see here. Now, there is an episode where Nonna Pina makes meatballs, and you can see her meatballs here. Oh my. But we're not here to do the meatballs. We are here just to get some of this sauce. I'm just stealing some of this sauce, and I'm gonna put one scoop. Let's see here. I'm gonna put 2 scoops of her sauce. Okay, and over here we've got freshly made vegetable stock. Okay, you can see a beautiful vegetable stock. I'm going to put 1 ladle of this beautiful vegetable stock. Okay, now I'm going to stir this up here. As you can see, get all those flavors now incorporated, and we're starting to build a really nice base. Okay. So I'm going to let this go for about, I'd say, 6-7 more minutes like this, so the peas and the carrots are fully kind of cooked, and I'll let you know the next step. Perfect. All right, so I've taken it off the heat and I've grated some mozzarella. And what I'm going to do with the mozzarella is I'm going to just stir it in. This is now done. So what the mozzarella is going to do, obviously, is make it really nice and gooey. Okay, so I'm just stirring the mozzarella in. to make it nice and gooey. Okay, stay tuned for the next step. The mashed potatoes are almost done. Alright, so the mashed potatoes, here we go. Here's what we're going to do. We've got these mashed potatoes, and it was about 7 or 8 mashed potatoes, okay? In the meantime, this is just cooling a bit. Here, the filling. Well, you'll see what I mean by filling. But, so in the mashed potatoes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack 1 egg into it. I'm going to grate about that much mozzarella. I'm going to put some salt. And that's about it. What the egg's going to do is going to help it kind of rise when we bake this, okay? So I'm going to add just about 2 tablespoons of the Parmigiano cheese and, as I said, about that much mozzarella. You can put more or less, and some salt, okay? And I'm going to now mash that up. So here we go. Okay, so as you can see, I forgot one thing. I put about 2 tablespoons of butter in there as well, okay? So here it is. It's all there, and what you're going to do now is just start mixing it all together, okay? Alright, I'll be back. Alright, here we have the raw piece of artwork. The what's it called? The canvas. And in this canvas, we're going to start off by emptying this beautiful pan of ground beef and pork and peas and carrots, tomato sauce, and some vegetable stock that we did that with the onions and garlic. We're gonna put it into here, okay? All right, so this is step 1. And what we're gonna do now is we are going to evenly coat it, okay? All along the sides. You want it to have an even thickness all throughout. Get into each corner. Okay. As you can see here. Pat it down. All right. So turn it a bit here. Okay. I'm gonna pat it down. All right. Nice and even. You don't want any air pockets, I guess, or you want it nice and dense. Nice and dense. All right, so let me just take a look at that here now. Pretty happy with that. All right, the oven now is at 375. You can put it at 400 depending on your oven. So we have the oven getting ready here, and I am happy with this. So now, what do you think's next? That's right. We have to get the mashed potatoes part of this story here to make this beautiful, beautiful shepherd's pie. Okay. So now you just do that. All right. Here we go. So this is really, it gets whisked. It's really, really smooth. Okay. And I'm going to use a spoon now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the shepherd's pie. It's hard because I'm holding the phone. So I'm just going to come back once I pour it. Okay, but I'm gonna pour that in there. All right, so you can see what I've done with the mashed potatoes. I put like a clump in each corner, and then what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna wet the back of my spoon so that it slides better, and I'm literally gonna now start forming it into each corner here, okay? And then spreading it out. So it's about, I'd say it's about 1 inch thick. About 1 inch thick, and you wanna make sure you get it right in the corner. So I'm just spreading out here, spreading out. Covering, you wanna make sure you cover the whole surface of it, okay? And so this is what I'm doing, okay? So I'll be back after I spread it all nice and evenly, okay? All right, so you can see what I've done here. I've spread it out evenly. And now with the back of my fork, I'm going to just gently make lines here, okay? Just lines like that. Okay? All the way across. I'm not pressing very hard at all. I'm actually like using the weight of the actual fork kind of is enough. And as you can see, I'm just making it kind of fancy. All right, it'll help cook it evenly as well, as you can see here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the lines now this way, zigzag. So kind of making a nice little cute pattern, okay? Just making a pattern here. All right. And one more like this here. All the way across. And that's it. So you see it looks kind of fancy. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to finish it with just a sprinkling of Parmesan cheese all over. And we're going to bake this in the oven for, I don't know, I'll let you know how long it takes, but I'd say for at least half hour, 40 minutes. Okay, so the oven's at 375 as I said, and we'll check back when it's done. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes now, and I just want to show you the progress we're making here. If you look, it's starting to bubble. You see a little bubbling there? It starts to bubble, and the natural juices start to rise to the top, and you see those nice little grooves we made? They're really cool, right? What's going to happen is this is going to get kind of golden brown. You want like the peaks of the mashed potato to kind of get crusted, you know, kind of golden brown crusty, and that's what we're waiting for. But we're 15 minutes in. I'd say we're going to need about another 15 to 20, so stay tuned. Okay, so this is the final product. You can see that nice golden brown, the caramelization right in the corners. That's what you want. Okay, this is going to be just delicious. Imagine the crispiness on the outside and the smooth texture of the mashed potato with that beautiful ground beef and pork and peas and carrots and all that filling there. So that's it. And in the meantime, look what Nonna Pina's making over here. She didn't want to film today, so I'm filming. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Enjoy.